Hello, this is Crapbox, and we are doing bodywork and wide body stuff today. It'll be cool. I've been already working hard at it. It's just there's not a lot to show because you're sanding, putty, sand, weld, cut, grind. You don't want to see that? I wouldn't watch it. I mean, I'd watch it for me. I'm pretty. But anyway. Alright, you see all this foam here? That's for later. I'm showing this after I did all the body work on this thing. Ignore this. This is all getting cut away. Anyway, but basically, we've done a lot of welding there. Been doing some patching here. Oh, and the car all grinded down. There's some putty on some spots. It's not done. Don't look it over there. But yeah, whole car's got a lot going on with it. And covered up there. That is for later. As you see, there's foam starting. Because we are making the wide body. Is going to have first foam, which is shaved, which looks a little something like that. That's hideous. It expanded overnight after I shaved it, after I leveled it out. I'll show you that more in a moment once I level it again. But first, you have the foam packed up on the side, get your shape. Then we do a final overlay with clay to mold it in nicely, so then there's no huge foamy pockets. It should work out nicely, in theory. Anyway, with that in mind, like doing some minor repairs down there. Oh, and all the windows are out. Look at that. This one was horrible. Look at all that nonsense. Still got to fix that up, but we're focusing on the wide body first because we got to make some time. Okay, so the first part is to load up all the foam. Second is to carve it. Third is to do all the clay work. Fourth is to have the clay dry. So with all that, that's the start up to make the wide body. So it's gonna kind of look like the clay works that you see like BMW and the higher companies do, except, you know, Crapbox style. All right, with that, a lot of the aerodynamic stuff, like AE, the side skirts, diffuser, and front lip, can't think of it, splitter, and spoiler, all of that's going to be made off of the car. The fenders, only the fenders and the bumper, when I say bumper, not the rear bumper, but the nose, just the generic nose, the fender, hood, and grill. That's all going to be made on the car. See if you guys look at that. See, it's all lumpy and tumor looking. And, that's a different video. That is something about the radiator. Oh, and so for those folks on TikTok that actually transfer over, we don't have two radiators, and we don't have two intercoolers. It's a radiator and an intercooler. Oh no. I gotta say, guys, that's a dumb question. The radiator's going back there, right there. So it doesn't matter. Anyway, looks like a tumor right now. Both sides look like tumors. That's actually shaved pretty nicely. See that little lump right here? That is a vent for the brakes, because the brakes, these are actually ducts for the original heater. Heater was in there. Look, no heater. Empty. However, like normal cars today, there are plastic ducting all over it. However, this thing's from the 70s. There's no plastic is so there is natural air ducts built into the frame. So the frame actually holds all the ducting. So this vent goes into the vent, cool there, but for the heat, so then it can heat up the back of the car, it goes down here through the rocker panel, which now that's cut away because there's nothing here, and I removed it because we have fiberglass floor. However, there's still a hole there inside on the other side of this nice foam. Anyway, they'll be tubed into the brakes in the rear. And then those brakes, if the air is not going that way, gonna come out this vent, and boom, right here is gonna be all wide open. All wide out, open, cool, like that. Notice there's a lot of holes and problems and things that foam does. But that's okay, because we're gonna add clay that smooths it all out. So this is supposed to get to this is supposed to get you half the way there. Not detail, but the overall shape. Which I think that looks pretty good. Here's gonna be a little different than the other side. I purposely did that, so it's not, I mirrored a lot of it. Did a lot of measuring, did a lot of things like that. However, I purposely made this different than the other side. So if you see that, look at that. We're gonna, and it's a little shallow here because I'm gonna see and do a test what I like better. So that's one side, all right, mental memory. Da, 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 da. Look at that one. It kind of erps up way more. So I don't know what I like better. I think I like this better. This is the one I did first. Ooh, clay. Yeah. So yeah, that's basically what we're gonna do with all this clay. I just threw it on there to do a little test sample just to see how it adapts to the foam before cutting it all out, which it works well. All right, and you look at all that pudding. You guys see that green spot? Boom. Put a little thingy up there. So, yeah, use a laser. I did not, and honestly, it saved me so much time. Oh, and I put it on every single edge of this whole thing, and made it just 10 times easier. Oh yeah, look at that. Look at that nose coming in. Got a refill here. So, anyway, right now I'm using the laser to line up the edges of it. It is such a minute amount of adjustments there. I'm not even moving it. I'm like moving it probably a millimeter. Just so tiny amount. Anyway, I'm still carving. Look at all that stuff. That's all fun. It's looking pretty good. So I'm driving my Bronco. You know, everything works, but the windshield wipers. So we just rain X the stuff. We're doing all right. That's a good part. However, I'm getting a little wet because I have no soft top. I don't have it with me. Of course, the one time I don't have it in my truck, there's a hurricane. So, you know. Oh, and we got a little drippy here, but that's okay. Okay, see there. Oh, the rain's coming in through the back. I'm getting wet. Oh, I'm gonna put my phone away. So, I'm soaked. Okay. It's just coming in wet. And Aiden's up there, happy as anything in my E46. As long as I move, as long as I'm moving, I'm not getting too wet. Just a little. But I'm hydroplaning like crazy. John, what are you doing?
Well, while I was gone, so first off, let's congratulate the Trailblazer for gapping a 2020
GT Premium.
GT Premium 10-speed. She gapped it on the highway, automatic, 4-speed all-wheel drive, gapped the 2020.
By the way, that car does 0 to 60 in 4.2.
Not that 0 to 60s matter. It does a quarter mile in like 12 something.
It's 12.2.
Yes, but Grant here decided that he was going to oil starve my little car while I was gone.
No. I won victory for the Chevy against the Ford. And in the process, we had to, you know,
There's glitter all over the
Anyway, look, there are no rocker arms because we were getting a large tick in here.
More
that's
than the
not
typical LS sewing machine, apparently.
Yes. Also, you guys didn't see this. We filmed it before. How horrible and crazy it is to take your oil pan off in one of these things because it's all-wheel drive with the axles going in. And then you got to touch the exhaust. You got to take off all this, the timing chain cover. Basically, my buddy here, John, this one with the very Italian haircut right now.
Yes.
He got a brand new Melling oil pump that was a pretty penny. You're welcome.
Thank you, sir.
Yes.
That's what he gets for blowing up the car.
It works.
Does now.
It's gonna work.
You just blew it up.
Anyway, brand new oil pump. There was material in the engine, nada. So we're all good there. The only material is sitting on top of here because look at these suckers. These are brass, soft. Look at this chunk. Only one rocker was like this, and that's why we got our new kit here. We're only going to replace the one. These are supposed to be softer, so then, and they're not the needle bearings. The needle bearings would put force. The needle bearings would sit here. See this little brass piece? All the force would go to the lift. It would go to the lifter on the cam instead of, you know, and it would hurt that instead of these, which are pretty easy to get to. Can you stop looking at Buicks?
I'd be to buy this. It's got a 3800 supercharged and it's like 70,000 miles. I want to get rid of the S10 and get another daily, and this is just like, oh, he's so great.
All right, well, ignoring
It's a
that.
burnout machine.
Ignoring the stupidity.
It's not stupid. It's in Miami.
So
You want to go?
we're changing only one out. That was only one bed. Keeping these for any other random stuff. But yeah, he's got a new big boy oil pump.
Which is good because right now we're on the stock oil, spring in it, but eventually we're going to boost the bad girl whenever we swap the TR60 in it. So then we're going to need some big boy oil pressure once she's pushing actual power, you know, not like a nitrous 5.3 cam and an NA 6 liter. Like we're going to get a naughty boy cam and a naughty boy blower, and then it's going to need to make real power, so we're going to need real oil pressure. Unfortunately, it has Mobile 1 in it right now, which doesn't have Amsoil.
Mobile 1 with extra zinc. I put in zinc in there.
So but we'll live. But yeah, full update on the Trailblazer. Let's go back to the Corolla.
Oh yeah. That's looking cool.
Let me lower it to the ground in the back.
It looks awesome.
Yeah, it looks disgusting. But...
It's got a body on it.
well, it's not a body at all.
It's got some foam.
It's a plug. A beautiful plug.
It looks like its old self kinda again.
Yeah, but it doesn't. At the same time.
Yeah, it's sick.
I'm
It
sorry.
has chubby cheeks.
My baby's thick.
She is, dude.
My baby's thick.
It looks like you know what it kind of looks like? A Lada.
Oh, what?
It kind of looks like one of those Ladas, like those Russian cars.
No!
It does, dude, doesn't it?
No! Yeah, it kind of is.
But it looks like someone wide-bodied a Lada. It looks more like... I don't know if it looks like it was built in America, Japan, or like Eastern Europe.
Stubbornly, John wanted to take it. So I couldn't remove the axle. And I couldn't use a shorty because of the bolt and the nut. And it's too long. The nut was like here. So I had to chop one of my longer ones off.
And then what'd the Blazer do on the way home?
It ate another bushing.
It ate another rocker bushing.
Rocker bushing, yeah.
But the Corolla, more important right now.
Yeah,
Wow, it looks really little. Look at this angle right now. Look how little it looks right there.
I mean, it is a little cold.
It is very little. All
And
right,
the garage is huge, but like we have a very little garage.
we do. There's a lot of foam out here.
Yeah, man, this is like only This is only like 2 garbage bags worth. I think I'm at like 18 garbage bags of foam thrown out. So there's a lot of money in the garbage.
So Grant,
Oh look, don't
what is the next step for the Corolla?
Next step. Now all you TikTokers out there are gonna be like, oh, it's done. It's done. You just foam it up and call it a day. No. So that's the other thing. We're gonna put fiberglass on it, and that's the other thing. That's the extra step that you TikTokers do. You go, oh, we're gonna foam it, and then like, I'm so smart, I'm gonna throw fiberglass on it, and then they call it a day. No. Yes, we're gonna throw fiberglass on it. But hold on. Put some body putty on, make some structure, and it's still gonna be a plug. Then we're gonna throw more fiberglass on it and make a mold. So that's all a plug. We're gonna make a mold and then pop out parts either out of carbon and fiberglass. It's probably gonna be a mixture. But anyway, it has some real parts instead of this foam crap.
Well, it's pretty sick. Big moment.
Yeah, big moment. Let's just do a little tour.
I don't, tell me you guys in the comments what you guys think it looks like. To me, it looks like a Corolla mixed with a Dodge. I see Dodge, like 60s Charger front end with like the original Corolla quarter panels. But it also kind of like from this angle with the tall windshield, it kind of looks like a Lada.
Datsun 510.
It does also look like a
at
Datsun.
Datsun 510. It's pretty close.
It does look like a 510. It doesn't really look Toyota-y because Toyotas are a little, it's too boxy, you know?
Well, let's go to the back. The back doesn't look like anything.
It doesn't, you can't tell if the car's made in Japan, Europe, or America. That's all I gotta say. In the back.
Go down, squat down. There you go, baby.
She's looking good.
So, if you come in here, let's mosey on over here. See all this? This isn't all finished because who cares? This foam is being destroyed. All destroyed. This here, this is just open air. This is a vent. This large section is a vent for the
Rear brakes.
and stuff. So, and then there's gonna be a Nakaduck here. Little dusty. So radiator is gonna be in there. Nakaduck fueling the radiator in there, and then there's gonna be some sort of exhaust for the radiator. I don't know where that's going yet.
We're also going to have to make a wall so we don't boil any.
Well, there's gonna be no wall anymore. It's gonna look like a truck cover in here. So it's gonna be flat across the whole thing, flat, and then close off here. So we won't have this glass mirror anymore. We won't be looking through anything but only one layer of glass, which is, I think, better. Less things to clean. But overall, it's going to be structured in here. Once that's all done with the roll cage, everything's going to be with the roll cage. But right now, we're on the dusty body. So I think it looks good. I could be wrong. I
think it looks pretty sick.
I think we like it.
Yeah, I know a lot of people are going to be upset it doesn't look like a Mad Max car anymore, but you guys got to remember that was never the point of it.
Well, if you guys follow us more and get more subscribers, then we can have another like
Mad Max car.
Ratty Mad Max car that we like a lot.
We were thinking an F-body.
With some nitrous.
I was thinking a 3800 F-body.
3800. I don't care. Just throw a nitrous bottle in the back, and that's all I want.
But it's looking better, man.
It's looking mini. So you see these guys here? These are all painted. Yeah, it's all painted, but that's just because I wanted to check it out before cutting holes in it, because I've made about 18 different bumpers and 20 different renditions of this, and after cutting and filling it in, you save a lot of foam by just painting the holes there. And then, you know, some Disney magic of hiding, so you can get the idea, and then it's also easy to just trace it. But here, these are the brake intakes for the front brakes. This is not going to be a headlight, but however, it's going to be an intake for the turbo. This is going to be a hole for the headlight because the headlight's still back here. We don't know if we're going to put it in or not, or have an actual circle headlight, but we'll figure that out as we go along, because that hole gives us options.
Hold on, just move out of the way.
Oh, okay.
This angle right here, it looks so sick. Like right here, it looks like such a nasty beast. But continue.
Yeah. I like this angle right here, down the line of the wheel well. You get the line, you match it here, here, and then you see the bulge for the vent. A little more sturdy in the front.
It's sick.
Sick.
All right, well, that's a wrap. First video in a couple months.
Yeah, so now
Couple months of work. I think it was worth the wait.
So that's chapter 1. Each little chapter or part, whatever we end up calling it, is going to be. So part 1 it was like a month.
2 months.
Oh, it's definitely less than 2 months, but a month. And then so the next chapter is going to be 2 weeks. The next chapter is 1 week. It just cuts in half each time because less and less time. So next you'll see us putting fiberglass and body putty.
Sweet. That's a wrap, dude. Please like and subscribe. We'll have a new video for you probably next month. If you like this video, you will get a body kit from Baby Grant.